Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another Minecraft video, and in this one we're going to take a look at the face changer. Now the idea behind this one really is quite simple. Just like The Sims or GTA or any game where you can customize your character, with the press of a few buttons you can completely change the way that this guy looks. From a ridiculous mustache to a really silly nose to a dodgy barnet, you can make this thing as pretty or as horrendously ugly as you really fancy. I think it's a lot of fun, so let's take a closer look. This right here is clearly the perfect configuration for our face customizer. I mean, look at it, it's a thing of beauty. That mustache is absolutely stunning, the little button nose is perfect, and the hair, well, the hair is just something else, isn't it? I mean, this person must be going to Tony & Guy or some other expensive hairdresser because it's just on point. Now, the issue is that I'd say I've almost made it too good looking, okay? I've almost made this guy just too perfect, and I think we need to tone him back a little bit because otherwise it's just unfair to the human race. So what we're going to do is hit this button right here, and that will move the beautiful mustache off and bring in a great big bushy beard. I mean, look at this thing. We've got a bit of a mismatch between the hair and the beard, but it's still looking pretty good, you know, so I think maybe we should change up the hair a little bit. Perhaps you could grab some little grey eyebrows. Yeah, some nice grey caterpillars to go above the eyes. I mean, that's a good style. I quite like that, you know. But the nose, it's not really suiting the face anymore. We need a slightly bigger nose, maybe something just a little bit like this. There's a chance that this new nose is a little bit too big, but you know what, that does sort of work. In a strange way, it sort of works, doesn't it? Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I have played with this thing for far longer than I care to admit. I just love it. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I mean, look at the crazy combinations you can get. We've got ginger beard, massive nose, and sunglasses. And if I saw this person walking down the street, I would think they are cool and also someone that I want to cross the road from. But then if we switch out the nose a little bit and perhaps even switch out the beard as well to see what comes up next, we've got a massive nose on the way. I mean, that is a big old nose, and we've got a biker stash. Oh, that is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. This is probably one of my favourite redstone contraptions I've ever built, and it's so very simple and so very hilarious. Now, there are 64 possible combinations of faces that you can create, and I want you guys to send me your favourites because I think they're brilliant. So as I mentioned earlier on, this thing is actually incredibly simple, despite what you can see going on here. I know some of you are going to panic at the sight of all of this redstone, but I can promise you, it's actually really quite simple. If we just pop out to the front, I'll try my best to explain everything that's going on. So we've got 3 different buttons, obviously corresponding to the 3 different sections of the face. We've got the top section, the middle section, and then the bottom section. Now behind each one of our buttons, we've got 8 tick generators, which will essentially create 8 pulses every time we hit the button. So when we hit that button, 8 pulses will be sent through the circuit right here, and that will travel through into our piston feed tapes. For those of you who are a little bit confused, a piston feed tape is essentially a block cycler. It will send blocks around in a circular direction. You can see that we've got blocks traveling around like this, and we've got the pistons here, then the pistons here, and then the pistons here, and they will just push the blocks around in this direction, so we have like an endless cycle of blocks. Now we've got 3 piston feed tapes stacked on top of one another. As I say, it's one for the top section, one for the middle section, and one for the bottom section, and they are all controlled using these different redstone circuits here. So when you hit the button, the piston feed tapes fire 8 times, which means that this whole face here, this 8 block wide section gets moved off, and another 8 block wide section gets pushed onto the screen. It's pretty simple, even if it does involve quite a bit of redstone. Now as always, there is a world download down in the description if you do want to check it out. And I don't normally do this, but you do want to check it out, okay? You there, sat there watching this, you want to check this out. Download the world, play with it yourselves because it's so much fun. And as I say, there's 64 possible combinations. I've created 3 in today's video, I do believe, which, quite frankly, is just scratching the surface. But unfortunately, ladies and gents, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.